Hello everyone, back tuning into today's video. We're doing the weekend forecast today, having a detailed look at where the next 7 days across the British Isles. Going to be sort of a changeable type week again, very similar to what we've had really since May, which is high pressure sitting just to the west and southwest of the country, trying to bring us a settled spell of weather, prolonged spell of summery weather, but with a fairly strong jet stream and a west to northwesterly flow combining with the ridge to sort of keep the weather a little bit on the mixed side, but not a washout, not desperately unsettled, but not desperately settled or summery either. So it's sort of this in-between weather that we've been having for quite a long while now. I'm getting a bit fed up with it myself because it makes it hard to come up with things to talk about on a daily basis. But it looks like we're going to have a continuation of this for the foreseeable future. Anyway, so we'll start off a little bit unsettled through the next day or so. Then it'll turn more settled through the middle part of the week, then perhaps a little bit more unsettled again at the end of the week. Of course, the end of the week, Glastonbury Festival is coming into view. So all eyes on what's going on down in the southwest for the end of the week. But before I get on with the weekend forecast, just to say about the ads. There's links to articles on all of the pages at GazOffice.com. Have a browse of widgets. Any articles that you're interested in, please click through. You'll be able to go and read the article. And thanks very much for doing that. There's video ads on those pages. They open out with the content when you watch it, close back up again. These things are paying for website. They allow me to sit here and talk to you via GazOffice.com. The websites that we're using for the weekend forecast are coming from the weatheroutlook.com and weathercentre.de. You find the link to both the websites on links page. Now, having said the weather's not really doing a great deal, it's pretty lively, or it could be pretty lively later on today. So here's the latest radar picture from the Weather Outlook. This area of rain that's currently across northern England is sort of a fragmented and fairly weak weather front. There's some patchy bits and pieces of rain going down through the Midlands in some southeastern parts of the country as well. Not a huge amount of rainfall at this stage, but this rain across northern England as it comes southwards and eastwards could pep up this afternoon. Especially if the sun starts breaking through between these showery bursts, lift the temperatures up sort of 21 degrees, 70 Fahrenheit, something like that. And that combined with the weather fronts could produce some big showers this afternoon. It's very uncertain. It's going to be dependent on how much sunshine can break through in this sort of showery zone as to whether we generate those big showers through the course of this afternoon. So not a straightforward day's weather today. Here's today's Arctic pressure chart. Low pressure is out to the northwest of Scotland and its attendant weather fronts are coming southwards and eastwards. So we've got that band of showery rain, or that area of showery rain that's currently across northern England particularly. It's going to drift southwards and eastwards through the course of this afternoon. Could sort of blow up into big showers, possibly even thunderstorms for some southern and southeastern parts of the country later on this afternoon and towards this evening. I think East Anglia, past the East Midlands, southeast England and through southern counties probably gets the greatest risk of big showers and downpours developing later on this afternoon. So keep watching out on the radar picture at the Weather Outlook. You can see both the radar and the lightning detector device over at the Weather Outlook. Keep an eye on that this afternoon. Things could get rather interesting later on. Now, following on behind that is going to be brighter skies. So for Scotland and Northern Ireland, it's not going to be too bad at all today. A lot of dry weather, though, because some shower rain coming to the north and northeast Scotland by the end of the afternoon. And those bright skies will gradually slip southwards into towards parts of northern England and Wales, probably the north and west Midlands as well by the end of the afternoon. Temperatures, as I say, could pop up to 21 degrees, but they're going to be dependent on whether the sunshine breaks through. It does feel a little bit humid down in the south. Overnight tonight, those heavy showers and thunderstorms could rumble away through the evening, but they'll gradually ease down overnight. This area of low pressure will bring cloud and rain into Scotland through the course of the night. So that could be quite heavy, possibly some showers breaking out for Northern Ireland as well. For England and Wales, it turns mainly dry once those showers and storms sort of blow themselves out through the course of the evening. Temperatures tonight won't be too cold at all, probably down to around 10 degrees. That's 50 Fahrenheit. It all switches around a little bit on Sunday, so it's the north that gets the showery conditions for Sunday. Scotland, Northern Ireland, some parts of northern England at risk of some quite heavy showers. There could be some persistent rain in the north of Scotland to begin with. That should sort of ease off, but I think it will be a showery day up in the north, whereas England and Wales gets the driest weather. Tomorrow should be a mostly dry day with sunny spells and variable cloud. Temperatures little bit cooler than today, and feeling a bit fresher as well. But even so, in the south, we could pop up to around 20 degrees, 68 Fahrenheit. But I think more widely will be somewhere around 18 or 19, so into the mid to upper 60s Fahrenheit. Quite a bit of uncertainty as we go through into Monday. What's happening on Monday is that a little weather system is running across the south. You can't really make it out that clearly on this particular chart, so it's like in the evening on Monday. So if I just change that around ever so slightly, and you can't really make it out there either at 6 o'clock in the morning, but there is some sort of weather system running across the south of the country. It's how far north that gets that's causing all of the uncertainty. But I think for parts of Ireland, southwest England, along southern counties, we will have an area of persistent rain moving through on Monday morning. And how far north that gets is where the uncertainty is. It could get up to South Wales, some parts of the southern Midlands, possibly up to southern parts of East Anglia as well. So that rain could be very heavy on Monday morning. It should all start to push away, of course, on Monday afternoon, but it may linger on in the far south and southeast until towards evening. Further north, Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England having plenty of dry weather, and those drier, brighter conditions will spread southwards through the course of the day. And that persistent rain in the south, it could be quite cold, really, with temperatures only 15 or 16 degrees at best, feeling pretty miserable. Otherwise, up to around 18 or 19 degrees. The winds are going into the north as that rain clears, so it'll be quite a cold night on Monday night, with temperatures going widely down into single figures again. But that leads to a nice day on Tuesday with high pressure ridging through the country. We'll start off on a cool note, but I think the sun will quickly lift the temperatures up. We're at the longest day tomorrow, so by this point, Tuesday 23rd, actually the days will be starting to shorten just a little bit. You won't notice it start off with, but in 2 or 3 weeks you will notice the nights beginning to draw back in as the days start to shorten. But anyway, I digress from that. Tuesday should be a mostly dry day with sunny spells. After that chilly start, the strong midsummer sunshine will lift the temperature up to around 22 or 23, so that's 72 to 73 Fahrenheit, feeling very pleasant indeed. And these pleasant conditions continue into Wednesday as well. This ridge of high pressure continue to keep a lot of dry weather. There could be showers sparking off through the course of Wednesday afternoon, but I think they'll be very isolated and scattered. Most places will stay dry. Temperatures a bit higher, so maybe going at 24 or 25. 25 is 77 Fahrenheit, feeling very warm for the time of year with light winds. And as we get through to Thursday, things start to deteriorate in the north and west, with this area of low pressure beginning to spread in. So we could find some wet and windy conditions pushing through Ireland and northern and west parts of Scotland through the course of Thursday. Elsewhere, plenty of dry weather once again with sunny spells. Temperatures again possibly in the south going to around 25 degrees, 77 in Fahrenheit, but it'll feel cooler in the north and west, of course, as that wet and windy weather starts to roll in. And then moving through into Friday, this is the first ever Glastonbury Festival. Of course, what's going on here is that the high pressure is beginning to be flattened off a little bit, pushing down to France. Low pressure is trying to come in from the Atlantic, and there's probably some sort of weather front here crossing the country. I think it'll probably be fairly weak, that front, but it'll produce morning wave cloud on Friday with bits and pieces of rain most likely in the north and west, but I don't think we're looking at a washout of a day for Glastonbury by any means. So there could be some rain coming through, especially perhaps later on in the afternoon and into the evening. Temperatures a little bit low because there's more cloud, but still pleasantly warm in the south, up to around 23, 73 Fahrenheit. In the north, it will be cooler with temperatures there just 15, 16 or 17 degrees. We had a lot of uncertainty as we go through into the weekend, but I think the overall idea is that this ridge is tending to be flattened off more as these low pressures come in from the west. So maybe cloud and rain for the north and west, mainly dry in southeast, with that threat anyway of cloud and rain gradually spreading southwards and eastwards through the weekend. But I don't want anybody going to Glastonbury running away with the idea that you're facing a washout, because it actually looks quite a decent period on today's update. I'll be doing another full update for the Glastonbury Festival tomorrow evening on the events page, as we have been doing over the past few days. Finally, having a look at the charts from the weather outlook, just so you can see weather in your area over the next few days. And here we are for today. We've got these showery conditions across the country. Some of those showers could turn heavy and thundery in the east and the south and the southeast through the course of this afternoon and into this evening. As we move into sunny, it all switches around, so the south gets the driest weather, where the north gets the risk of showers. So it's the north that gets showers tomorrow, with the south mostly dry. Then we've got that risk of persistent rain running across southern parts of the country on Monday. Now, this is taking the rain right up to northern England on Monday morning. I'm not sure about that, but there is a lot of uncertainty how far north this rain is going. So if you're dependent on what weather's going to be doing for Monday, anywhere across England and Wales, do keep watching out for the forecast, because there will be some heavy rain around on Monday morning. It's just how far northwards that rain gets. Eventually, it should all start to push away through the course of the afternoon and into the evening, but it could linger in the south and southeast well on into the day. And then Tuesday looks a very nice day, lots of dry and fine weather with good sunny spells coming through once again. A few showers sparking off on Wednesday. I think this is probably a bit over the top with them. They should be fairly well scattered. Most places having a dry day and becoming quite warm in the sunshine as well. Lots of dry weather through into Thursday, but some cloud and rain spreading into the north and west later on in the day. And then for Friday, gradually turning more unsettled in the north and west with cloud and rain. The south and southeast holding on to the dry weather for longest, but even there could be some showery rain pushing through. Again, this is probably a bit pessimistic in terms of how much rain there's going to be on Friday, but I think we will be looking at rain moving across the country on Friday. It's just how much that is open to question, as with Monday as well. So, in summary, it's another one of those sort of mixed type weeks, neither really summery, but neither a washout. We're going to be seeing unsettled conditions start off with, then we're going to have an extended period of drier weather through Tuesday to Thursday, and then it's back probably to more unsettled conditions on Friday. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Again, if you're interested in Glastonbury, I'll be doing the update on the events page tomorrow evening for that. And lots of updates coming up on the website tomorrow as well. So come back for all of these updates, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.